Those who have been following the development of The Irishman will know that Scorsese is currently filming the long-in-the-works gangster picture. It will tell the tale of Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance through the viewpoint of his friend and alleged killer Frank Sheeran, starring Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Harvey Keitel, Joe Pesci, Ray Romano, Bobby Cannavale and Stephen Graham. It's been in the works since around 2008 and was originally going to be produced by Paramount, who pulled out in 2016 after a poor year and realizing that de-aging CGI needed for the film would push the budget over $100 million. It was then bought by a smaller, newer company, STX Entertainment, which has since been muscled out by Netflix. The producer for the film, Gaston Pavlovich, has said, "We quickly realized that Marty and De Niro really thought that the aging process was going to be a very important aspect of this film. The traditional model meaning business model, was not going to work with this new vision of the project, and that's where we entered conversations with Netflix." But Netflix, of course, are a streaming service and not a film distribution company, which does beg the question, will we get to see The Irishman in cinemas? Well, there is no guarantee just yet. It is thought that Scorsese has asked Netflix for the film to have a theatrical run upon its release, and his wish was granted by Scott Stuber, Netflix's film division chief, who promised a minimum 2-week run. This would give the film contention for the Academy Awards, which it surely will be nominated for if it's eligible. This is the usual way with Netflix, who give their films like Okja and the Meyerowitz stories a short cinema run alongside the streaming service release. However, Netflix's head of film publicity, Julie Fontaine, has recently said that it's premature to say anything at this point in regards to The Irishman's release strategy, so it seems it's all up in the air at the moment and too early for concrete answers to be given. Still, it's quite sad that Hollywood passed on a film with a director, actors and a story of this caliber, let alone the fact that we're sitting here discussing whether it will even make it to cinemas. You would have thought that someone would have taken the risk and picked it up. You would have thought that Hollywood would be crying out for original movies made by talented people. But to be honest, I'm at a stage where I'm just happy it's getting made and Marty has creative control. It will be interesting to see how Netflix move forward with this. They must surely give the film a theatrical run, given it's bound to be nominated for some Oscars, and if they want to gain prestige within Hollywood, it seems the intelligent thing to do. They aren't in everyone's good books at the moment. There was controversy at the Cannes Film Festival when Okja and Meyerowitz screened, because traditionalists felt that the festival should only be for theatrical movies, not those released on streaming services. Thus, if Netflix play their cards right, they will have a very powerful leverage in the form of the star-studded crime picture, and it may be the movie that turns the tide and floods more power into streaming services like Netflix and Amazon. Either way, this long-awaited crime film is being filmed and will definitely be made, due for release in 2019. The only question really at this point is whether it will make it to cinemas or not, and for that, we'll just have to wait and see.